calling you a radical. I think we're alone now. So this is an important video. So the historic, incredible racism of Weber State University's incredible racism against Native Ogdenites, women, and Japanese players. You know, organically I'm doing this book. Write a book. This is a fucking book. So organic literature matters. This is it. So WAT War 15. This will be page 15. I didn't plan it. I think we're alone now. Tiffany right there. I'm in the video. I think I'm alone. We're alone now. Let's see if we can get it to work. I hope we can see it. I'm sitting at next. Oh, I got to show you where I'm shooting this. Let's move it over here. That old tree's not going to hang. I think we're alone now. Where's Weber State headed? And there. Oh, I like it. Vaping. Fuck. What a clown circus. This is where they're all fucking headed. What's there? Hell. So, Watt lived right down the road here. So that's the McGuire house right there. Really famous house. So, that's Weber State University. They got a grant through Mayor Godfrey, who I taught with, who's a crook from hell. So is Caldwell, by the way. So, they got a grant to this Goldman Sachs California crew, turn that into housing, which they just loot and rape people. It's been vacant for 15 years. That gym's a masterpiece. Used to be the old Deseret Gym, Mark Hoffman on Balco, not that one in Salt Lake. This one. Before that, it was Weber State University. Fawn, McKay, Brody, Watt, Mikowski. Watt lived right down the road on 25th Street. Said he used to make his way through the hookers. His dad's barber shop. I think they had a laundromat too. I'm not sure. But I know exactly which building because I restored it. I restored them all. I restored, you name it. Leslie Hodson masterpiece. Oh yeah. The 1905 right down there that Kevin Blanch restored. Fuck him. So Watt grew up right down the road. So the other great female basketball player is Kathy Miller, who I grew up with, who grew up right over there on Jefferson Avenue. Used to be named after presidents of the Mormon Church. I think it was Mayor Kmeyer. Mayor, no, what's his name before that? I'll think of it while I'm doing this. Carl Porter. Yeah, it's his family. You know, he's the only decent one left at Weber State. So, they were named after Mormon churches. They changed it, took them down. Named them after presidents of the United States of Israel. So, Watt, Mikowski, let's do this. See if I can get a one-man bandism. This is important stuff. Really important. We can do it. Yeah, that's good enough. Remodel card. The greatest performance in Weber State history in a basketball court. Jerry Carding, 44 the other night. What? Kathy Miller scored 50. She wore 44. Bernard DeVoto, who grew up right there, he wrote 44. Across the wide Missouri. Watt Mikowski, number 15, 5'7" guard. Hook shot. He had a hook shot. First person of color in the history of the NBA. You think that's big enough? You think that's big enough? First person of color in the history of the league. So, why? They do nothing for him. They do nothing for Kathy. Remember this, they both played on the same high school gym at Ogden High, that WPA masterpiece, gilded in gold. Mariner Eccles, right down the street. This place. Yeah, that Mariner Eccles, the Fed Reserve. I knew him personally. What died this year? What died this year? Jarek, best player that ever played on that floor? Bar none. Damian Lillard, he's a beast. Incredible. The meltdown in 2010, March 10th, late that night. 1 year later, the meltdowns at Fukushima, Japan. Weber State. I'll tell you how bad it's changed. Watt played here in Ogden during Pearl Harbor. He was Japanese. He's a lot of Japanese here. He said he went to school, Ogden High. He played on the same team as Arnie's still alive. You want to talk a legend in the NBA? WAT played here at Weber. Won 2 national championships with that hook. 5'7", number 15 guard, number 77 at Weber State, who they hate. They used to be Weber, love you. Now they're Weber State, hate you. Mimiism. Not only, he said he went to school, the whole country was just interned, all the Japanese. Teacher said when it happened, she come and told him, you need to all go home. Sent all the Japanese students home. Rightfully so, everybody was afraid. Says next day I went to school, no problem. Only city in the western United States that did not intern the Japanese, Ogden, Utah. Not only that, the president of Weber State University, WAT, told him the story of his cousins being interned at Santa Anita Racetrack, Troy Nakatani on Kimo, on Balco. Not only the president of Weber State arranged for him to get a job at Weber State, he went there and got his cousins and let him live at his house. This is real important. So Weber State was involved with this documentary that came out 2 years ago about WAT. So I wanted to go see it. Everybody wanted to go see it. Weber State put posters up. Advertised it poorly. Put the wrong address and the wrong place on it. No one showed up. WAT died this year. Kathy Miller, born and raised here. 50 points when the D Event Center was brand new. 50 on BYU. Watt McCaskey. Weber State, the most racist university in the fucking country, bar none. Racist against black, racist against white. Racist against native Ogdenites. Ask Fawn McKay Brody. 17-year-old professor right there. It's her classroom right there. 17. All men know my history. Jefferson's biography, the greatest female freaking historian, writer in U.S. history. How about Bernard Dodo right there? Put this in your fucking San Mateo Mormon Church. Weber State hates her. Weber State hates Fawn McKay Grody's guts, the greatest artist in America. But they'll fund vaping fucking. Don't vape. That fucking Ph.D., I know both of them, is a fraud. It's a crock of shit. Won't fund Kevin Blanch, the cause and effect Fukushima, the greatest probably artist fucking Ph.D. in world history. Oh, my Ph.D. is not from Weber State. Fuck them. I don't represent their hate. They hate white people, they hate black people, they hate brown people. They really hate natives, locals, born and raised here.